webinar, and this is a live webinar, and I'm here with Janet from Windstar Cruises, which is an elite luxury cruise company that Mindvalley is collaborating with. And welcome to this beautiful presentation where we're going to be talking about this new type of Mindvalley event that we are creating in partnership with Windstar. So I'm sure you guys know that Mindvalley creates events all around the world, from festivals like A-Fest that have been running for 15 years to mega events like Mindvalley University, which last 2 to 3 weeks and take place in cities across Europe, to mega festivals like Future Human that happen at the Dubai Expo Center. But one of the things that we hear consistently from our audience is that there is a deep need and a desire for more intimate events that bring you really deeply connected to each other, that allow you to actually sit down with an author, a teacher such as myself, whether it's over dinner or over drinks or on the bridge of a ship as we gaze into the ocean and have deep, intimate conversations. And so, what we're doing over here is we're creating what is possibly the most intimate event Mindvalley has ever created in 15 years. It's an event where you go on a 7-day sail on a luxury ship across southern Spain, and Janet's going to tell you about it. I will be joining you for 3 of those 7 days. And I'm not just joining you as a teacher, I'm there with you as a fellow passenger on this journey. It is so intimate that my children are coming with me. So, my son Hayden, my daughter Eve, they're going to be on the cruise. Their mother, Christina, who is also a Mindvalley author and my ex wife, and the author of the #1 best-selling Wall Street Journal, Becoming Flawsome, she'll be on the cruise too. So you'll have two Mindvalley authors. And we wanted to do this because we thought, how cool would it be for us to go on a family holiday and invite people in our community to come and join us? And for me, it's a wonderful way to get to know our community, our customers. And I think as a CEO, this is so rewarding for me. And for our community, we think this could well be the most intimate event, private event that Mindvalley has ever organized. So thank you all for joining us here. We have 800 people live. So thank you. That's really cool. 800 people live. And so I want you to know that this is a presentation on the cruise. We're going to spend about half an hour on the cruise. And then I'll stay back for another 15 minutes to half an hour. Since you guys showed up here and since this is a live audience, I am not AI. I will be here to answer any questions you guys may have on the cruise or, any of my work. I just love connecting in real time with you people. So firstly, thank you all for showing up. If you are unable to afford the cruise, if you're not here for the cruise and you just came here out of curiosity, you're welcome too. Okay, so with that, I'd love for you guys to just post in the chat, where are you from? Say hello from Lisbon or hello from Marrakesh. This is so fun. I see Karina from Lisbon, James. James is asking about date and time. We'll let you know that shortly, James. Paulina from the Bahamas, Ana Noriega from Lima, Peru, Jean from Nice, Ashley from Minnesota, James from SoCal, Monica from New Jersey. Welcome, every one of you. Wow. And Janet, do you want to quickly introduce yourself?
Yes, and thank you so much, Vishen. Thank you, everyone. I can't believe everyone from around the world is joining us today to learn more
Is she okay?
about how we can. Yes, can you hear me okay?
Yes, we can.
Okay, great. So thank you so much for the warm welcome, and thank you all for
Yeah.
joining us from all over the world.
I'd like to just share my screen and share a little story with the people over here. Okay, so let's begin. And I want to share an idea with you. It's an idea that's very important to me. And then I'm going to call up Janet to explain the cruise and how this cruise works. The universe doesn't give you what you want. You've heard me say this and quote this multiple times. Rather, The universe reflects back to you who you are. So again, let me repeat. I was having breakfast with Michael Beckwith in Portugal in 2019. We were there for a Mindvalley event called A Fest. And I happened to sit down with Michael Beckwith, and it had been exactly, I believe, 18 years since the movie The Secret had come out. So I asked Michael Beckwith, Reverend Michael Beckwith, in 18 years, Michael, and he said, Vishen, I got to tell you, law of attraction is bunk. And I said, what? He goes, it's bunk. The idea that your thoughts create your reality, kindergarten stuff. So I asked Michael, what is the reality? And Michael says, it's not the law of attraction. It is the law of resonance that really matters. You see, Vishen, the universe doesn't give you what you want. Rather, the universe reflects back to you who you are. Do explain, I said. He said, when you want something, all that happens is the universe gives you more of that wanting. If you're an entrepreneur and you're sitting in your home office and you're wanting to double your business from, say, 300,000 to 600,000 in 1 year, but you're still stuck in that home office, what the universe will give you is the wanting. So the want creates more want. And people forget that. So don't think about the one thing. Rather, think about this. The universe doesn't give you what you want, it reflects back to you who you are. Rather, ask yourself, how would an entrepreneur who was not at 300, but at 600,000 in revenue, how would that entrepreneur dress? How would that entrepreneur act? What would that entrepreneur order for breakfast? How would that entrepreneur walk as he's going down the street? How would that entrepreneur, who would that entrepreneur be hanging out with? How would that entrepreneur spend their holidays? How would that entrepreneur dress? How would that entrepreneur solve problems in their business? Step into that new identity, and you will find that very rapidly things will reshuffle. New ideas will come, new marketing models, new clients, mysterious new synchronicities, because you have shifted your identity. And when you make that identity shift, what happens is the universe is forced to reflect back to you who you have become. That identity shift will allow you to double your business faster than any form of wanting. Does this land with you? Does this resonate with you who are here on the webinar? The universe doesn't give you what you want. Rather, it reflects back to you who you are. Okay? So that's the first idea. Now, I want you to think about something else. How many of you here have set New Year resolutions and then nothing has happened? Basically, 2025 starts and it's pretty much the same as 2024. You are at the same level, or maybe you've even shrunk, or maybe you've grown, but 10%, 20%, not the massive growth. Maybe your weight loss goals didn't really kick in. Maybe your goals of meeting that special someone didn't really happen. The new year was nothing more than the old year on rinse and repeat. Slightly cleaner. You learned a couple of things, but not dramatic. Put a yes, because I've been there too. Put a yes in the chat if you know what I'm talking about. Okay, so I want to illustrate, I want to connect both these ideas and tell you why it may be so. When you stay in the same pattern, when you stay in the same pattern, hi, it's okay, I don't need room service. Sorry, I'm in a hotel here in Miami, and that was room service. So you know I'm not an AI, and this is really, really real, right? So when you stay stuck in the same pattern, you stay stuck in the same one, you stay stuck in the same daydreaming, but you are not shifting your identity. So often the best way to grow is to take a plunge and shift your identity. One of the biggest things I did, one of the smartest things I did when I was starting out as an entrepreneur is I started going on unique conferences and masterminds where I was not just sitting on a seat and listening to a speaker on stage, but I went for immersions where I got to get myself out of the ordinary. And for me, ordinary was working from my parents' home in Malaysia because my growth was that slow, right? I was married, I was living in my parents' home in Malaysia because I was only earning 3,000 a month as an entrepreneur, and I had a wife to support. But what I did was I would go on whatever adventures or conferences I could get, especially those where I got to meet other like-minded individuals. And through that, bit by bit, I shifted my identity. Very soon, I went from the business doing $4,500 a month to 12 million a month very rapidly, with no venture capital, with no seed money, all because I was constantly focused on building up my identity and how I showed up in the world. So now let me come to a grand idea that I want you to pay attention to. So we're going to be talking here about the Southern Spain winter escape, okay? Which is not just a cruise. Firstly, it is a cruise. It's beautiful. You're going to discover a new country. You're going to discover new friends. It's incredibly romantic if you're bringing your partner. But what's going to happen is this. It's going to give you a different type of New Year. Because you see, there are really two New Years. The first is the one most people know. It's the gold scribbled at midnight, written in the same room, surrounded by the same habits. There's no identity shift there, only wanting. The second is a New Year that is a crossing. You're leaving the familiar shore, stepping into a new environment, going into a wide open ocean, and shifting your identity of who you are. That's where transformation becomes inevitable. We are inviting you to shift your new year with me for 2026, to come on board a boat with me and a couple of hundred other inspiring souls. And it's not a vacation. You get everything like you do on a vacation, but it's a pilgrimage into who you could step into to become. Now, I want to tell you why this is important. John D. Rockefeller was the richest man who ever lived based on certain measures, right? There are some, people who say that Mansa Musa, who lived in the 12th century, was wealthier than him, but we don't really have any evidence of it. At least in the modern history, the last 200 years, John D. Rockefeller was the richest man who ever lived. Elon Musk may have overtaken him recently, but we don't know that for sure. Now, Rockefeller was a very interesting character. He started Standard Oil, which is an oil company, which went on to become ExxonMobil. So forget whatever you think about ExxonMobil, but 100 years ago, Rockefeller was 80, and he wrote this poem. And the poem said this: My life has been one long happy holiday, full of work, full of play. I dropped the worry on the way, and God was good to me every day. You see, Rockefeller, despite being the richest man in the world, he wasn't glorifying hustle. He was describing a state where work and joy merge and life becomes play. This is how I want to advise you to step into the new year. Not about hustle, because what does hustle tell your soul? It tells your soul that you're struggling for a certain set of wanting. And we know wanting is bunk. What Rockefeller did is that he merged work and joy. He said he designed his life to be one long happy holiday. He enjoyed what he did, but he also got to truly experience life. He never worried. He trusted that God was good to him every day. Who Rockefeller referred to as God may have been Christ, it may have been the universe, it may have been Allah, it may have been whatever you define as God. But what he was basically saying is, wow, I was manifesting like crazy, so I didn't need to worry. The universe was good to me. It gifted me every single day. But to get into that state, Rockefeller was balancing not just work, but balancing the true enjoyment of life, being able to truly evolve, to grow, to put himself in unique scenarios. Notice it wasn't hustle culture. Some of you, as you read this, as you attend this presentation, are thinking, but I gotta work, but I'm so busy. But that's not what many of the greatest minds operated. They understood that sometimes to really accelerate your work, you got to step into a zone where you let your work slide. And you use that zone to reflect and step into a new identity. In short, getting off the hamster wheel. Now, I want to share with you a second poem. This isn't from Rockefeller. This is from a 13th century Afghan refugee by the name of Rumi, who today is the most cited poet in all of America. Rumi once wrote, When I run after what I think I want, My days are a furnace of distress and anxiety. But if I sit in my own place of patience, what I need flows to me without any pain. From this, I decided that what I want also wants me, is seeking me, is searching for me. There is a great secret in this for anyone who cares to listen. Now, what Rumi is saying is that when you constantly chase after what you want, your life becomes a furnace of anxiety. But if you can sit in your own place of patience, you find that what you need flows to you. Now, notice, he didn't say what you want, he says what you need. It's as if the universe goes, okay, he's calmed down now. She has calmed down now. Let's give him that insight, that intuition of who she really needs to be. This is a condensed version of the poem. The true poem ends with the following phrase. From this, I understood that what I need flows to me. There's a great secret in this for all who cares to listen. Do you care to listen? Because this week is about that shift from chasing to allowing, from resolutions to receptivity, from running towards life to letting life meet you halfway. This isn't a vacation that we're inviting you for. It's a sacred transition ritual. The most successful people in the world, you see, don't just roll into the new year with resolutions. They architect it by stepping into a space where, in a state of peace, in a state of being surrounded by beauty, by awe, by inspiration, they allow the universe to mold them, to shape them, to give them insights and intuitions. And as they do this, they step into a new identity, new realizations of who they are. And that's when the magic happens. That is our invite today. We're inviting you to join 312 like-minded seekers on an intimate private yacht experience with me. I'll be there for the first 3 days of this 7-day journey. And for the entire 7-day journey, you're going to be with a collection of inspiring souls, with amazing teachers, with practices, all designed to help you architect your new year. Now, this is not a big cruise ship. It's 312 people. It's luxury. It's a small ship designed for connection. And it's a life-changing, once-in-a-lifetime journey. It's for those of you who are international travelers, who are independent spirits, who are transformation seekers, who are visionaries. And it's designed to remove the blocks that actually can hurt you during the new year. So, it's December, the year is ending, you feel this strange sense of exhaustion, disappointment, anxiety, confusion. It's designed to help you move that away and move towards pleasant clarity. Okay, so your brain, we've spoken about philosophy. Let's talk about your brain. Your brain is an environment-dependent organ. Studies have showed that sometimes the greatest insights come when we get out of the environment. This is why when you study great minds like Steve Jobs, Steve did his meetings while taking walks through the forests in Los Gatos and Palo Alto, California. Needed to get out of the environment for your brain to actually think and imagine a different future. It's called environmental anchoring. And what better way to do it than on an ocean, sailing through southern Spain? Now, when you move to this new environment, your brain is going into novelty mode. It's increased neuroplasticity. There's literally a chemistry shift because of the dopamine, the serotonin that is happening as you're going on these awe-inspiring journeys. There's a suspension of identity. In other words, your old identity dissolves, new identities shape in. You're the free entrepreneur, you're the dreamer, you're the visionary, and there's an awe effect because you're going to see some of the most beautiful sights in the world. Ancient cultures call this pilgrimage. It's why pilgrimage has been part of every major culture in the world. And this Mediterranean reset protocol that we are designing with Janet and her team is rooted in neuroscience, ancient ritual, community power, and embodied practice. Okay, so this is what it looks like. Day 1 to 3, I'll be there with you. And then the rest, you're going to go through integration, activation, and you're doing all of this as you're discovering southern Spain. It's about the most gorgeous mornings, the most beautiful days exploring some of the most amazing sights in the world, and evenings of deep meaning and connection. And with that, let me give the floor to Janet to give you an idea of how this cruise is going to go. Janet, all you.
Yes. Thank you so much, Vishen, and thank you everyone who has joined us here today. I'm just going to take you through a journey, a virtual journey about Windstar Cruises. We have been sailing the world for 40 years, transforming lives. Now, not at the level what Vishen has just explained here. And so this is why we are so excited to work alongside Vishen and everyone on board to ensure that when you do come on board, by the time you step off board your ship, the beautiful yacht, he explained, that will only have 312 guests on board, making intimate connections. That for us is what's going to be so special. Now, in this video that you're seeing online, you are seeing the beautiful destinations that we sail around the world. You're seeing the beautiful communities, beautiful people that join us on board to explore the world, but also to connect with each other and transform their lives. And so that is what we're hoping for. We're hoping to not only to be able to serve you, to ensure that we service your needs, that you eat very well, that you are able to connect with your fellow travelers, but we hope that you're also able to explore these beautiful cities that I'm going to talk about in just 1 second, because Windstar Cruises can absolutely deliver an experience that we feel is beyond ordinary. And we're so excited to welcome you all on board. And so I know many of you have asked about the actual journey, the itinerary. And so here with you on the screen, I've actually placed the specific itineraries and the ports of call. So we are going to embark on December 13th in Malaga, Spain. And I have actually seen some of you post here that you are in Malaga. I did see one of your attendees that is actually here in Malaga. So we hope it's going to be a very convenient embarkation port for you. We're going to sail through the Mediterranean Sea, and we're actually going to embark in Malaga and head over to Gibraltar in the UK. And we have, by the way, we also have curated several shore excursions that will be available to you when you come on board. We'll have port talks and we'll discuss all the shore excursions. You can also check on our website what's available. So when we are in these ports of calls, you can all experience these destinations either on your own or with our curated shore excursions groups that we have available to you. We're also going to visit Cartagena, Spain, which is a beautiful city along the coast of Spain. And we're going to take you to Valencia. And now Valencia is known for their paella, but they also claim to be the creators of the paella. And so that is still to be confirmed by the people of Spain, but we hope that you not only get to see this beautiful coastal city, but experience their culinary cuisine, which they're very much proud of. We're also going to go to Palma de Mallorca, Spain, a beautiful island in the coast of the Mediterranean. And again, allow you to either explore this beautiful island on your own or go with our small ship excursions, which are either experiential. You can get to go to a vineyard and taste the local wines, or you can go and explore the cities and learn about the history and the culture that make this city so beautiful and special. And then we're going to overnight in Barcelona. We are probably going to be the only ship in port, and we're going during a time where it's December, it's the holiday season, it is incredibly festive, and there's not that many people like they are in the summer months. So it is a perfect time to go and experience this beautiful city when you don't have the crowds of the summer, and you can actually visit the iconic destinations and sites that Barcelona is known for. Now, I did talk a little bit about our culinary experience, and I am very proud to say we are the official cruise line of the James Beard Foundation. And for those of you who don't know, we work with renowned chefs all over the world to help curate the menus that you will be able to experience on board. We have dining venues that you will be able to select from and choose to dine every single day. You don't have to worry. You obviously have the additional dining experience that Vishen's going to offer to dine with Vishen during this cruise. But on the other days, you actually have 4 dining venues each evening to choose from a steakhouse to a tapas restaurant called Quadro 44 to our main dining venue that again will have curated dining experiences for you, and we can serve any dietary needs as well. So for those of you who are concerned about your dietary needs, we can absolutely take care of that for you. Now, Vishen mentioned this is not those massive cruise ships that you probably have seen on TV. This is a very intimate yacht with only 300 guests. We have a beautiful spa on board. We have saunas and steam rooms. We have thermal beds. So while you are in your transformation journey, you can also not only experience the beautiful classes that we will have on the top deck. He mentioned yogas in the morning, but you can also use our gym facilities and the spa facilities while on board. We have been renowned for our beautiful suites on board. We have all of our suites actually have walk-in closets, double vanity bathrooms, and we have expansive suites like the ones that you're seeing on your screen that are award-winning. And they have a living room and a bedroom, as well as we have the standard suites that are smaller in nature, but still very comfortable for you to travel in luxury. So we say we're 180 degrees from ordinary because we're not your typical cruise. You are the ones who are going to define this journey. It is the people who are here online who are going to join us on board for this beautiful week. And so that's why we feel that it is truly beyond ordinary, because everyone here that's on this call is going to create this journey and it's going to be part of this memorable time. Now, our crew on board is also here to ensure you're having a fabulous time. We want to make sure that that all your needs are catered to and that your mind, body, and spirit is connected with each other and with yourself during the onboard offerings that we will have available to you. So this is really my brief kind of overview. I also do want to note that you can book this directly through our website. I know Vishen is going to add that in just a second. You can call us. The phone number is here. We have a very, very special travel professional that's actually going to be sailing with you on this cruise. His name is Lucas. And I urge you all, he is an expert on Windstar. If you have any questions around the details of the actual cruise itself, how can you get there, booking flights, additional information on what's available for this cruise, we also ask that you contact him directly. He is a Windstar specialist. But again, you can go onto the website as well and book it online. We have a lot of options for you to book this incredible journey. And I do urge you to please not wait, because we only have 300. We have over 1,000 people on this virtual call, and we only have 300 guests that we can accommodate. So please do not wait, and we look forward to welcoming you on board in just a few weeks.
Okay, so we'll take you guys through the pricing. It's actually very affordable. It's under 5,000. So normally if you're going for a 3 or 4 day event, it's 5,000, right? Here you're on a cruise, 7 days for 5,000. Now, let me give you an idea. I'm here in Miami right now for a Mindvalley event. It is a $12,000 ticket for 5 days. This cruise is 4,000. And that's also because we're experimenting with something new. So let me show you. This is the page where you can learn all about it. I'm going to paste the page in the chat. Give me 1 second, folks. Let me paste it in the chat so you can go through it with me. And here we go. And Janet, you can also paste it in the chat there. I just pasted the page, okay?
Beautiful.
So, all right. So when you go over here, you can see it's under 5,000. There are different options you can choose. So all the information is here. Malaga to Barcelona. Barcelona is one of my favorite cities in the world. Okay, everything is over here. You can see the schedule. And then you can see the accommodation. So you can choose different styles of accommodations. But again, this is a luxury cruise. This is not one of those cruise ships where you go and you just eat all day and engage in unhealthy things like binge drinking, right? This is actually a cruise designed to open you up to a beautiful future for 2026. So all the pricing, everything is over here. Janet, is there anything else to add in regards to this website?
No, I would say yes. We have a different selection of suites like Vishen mentioned. And then after you book your cruise, you will see that you can actually select at each port of call the variety of shore excursions we have available. And they can also book the dining experience, the exclusive VIP dining experience that we have as an additional option. So you will see all the information on accommodations. We even have hotels. So if you're flying in to Malaga a day prior, right? Depending on your flight schedule, you may want to fly into Malaga a day prior. We have hotel options for you to also book the day
Yeah.
prior.
And Janet, do you recommend that people, when they click on request a quote, what happens? This is when they can get in a
So
call with you.
request a quote. Yeah. So if you go through, so there's a book now button that you can go through and book on your own. If you get stuck anywhere, if you have any questions, I would say request a quote or contact Lucas that we had talked about. And Lucas, I know is online, so you can put your information as well, because I know you all have a lot of questions when we get off this virtual call. So you can request a quote and you can have a live agent, not an AI agent, a live agent actually contact you wherever you are in the world and give you all the information you need and provide you white glove service to get your journey booked.
Yeah. And so let's address some of the questions, okay, which are coming up. So
Mhm.
one is, if
Yes.
we're share, are we allowed to share a room with someone? Does that bring down the cost?
So yes, this is actually the price point. That's a great question. The price point is double occupancy. So it is for two people. And so it is a price per person. So the 47.99 is the price for two people, double occupancy. So we do, I know we had some questions about can I
So
bring someone
so
along? Yes,
so
bring a partner,
Janet,
bring a
so
guest.
Janet, so you're saying 47.99 is for two people.
47.99 is per person. Double oc meaning that you want to be staying in a
Okay,
suite. The suites are for two people, and they're
got it.
beautiful suites that fit two people. So we do urge you all to come on board and bring a guest. I mean, you want to
Got it.
enjoy this with
Got it.
someone. Yes.
Got it. So 4799 is the lowest price, and you're sharing a
Correct.
suite with someone. So you can come with a friend. Now, so I think some people are going to be wondering, is this a shared bed? Is it double beds? How does that work?
So we will actually put either it's a double bed, a king size bed, and we can actually either based upon your choice, you can choose to have two separate beds, so it would be two individual beds, or we can place the beds together so that it depending on who you're bringing as a companion, if you want to have a bed together or a bed separately, we will absolutely accommodate each
Okay.
and every suite have the ability to do that.
I see. Okay, so Robin says, please contact me. So Robin, what you want to do is you want to go on, for those of you who want to be contacted, go and just click on the request a quote. Okay, so I've
Mhm.
given the website over here. You can go and click on request a quote. Okay. Now, someone asked, what if it's three people? Can you put three people in a room?
We have very few cabins that actually do accommodate three people. So when you contact us, request a quote and contact us for three people. You can actually also book online. When you select the suite will tell you what the maximum occupancy is. So you can choose the category of suite that is for three people, select that suite, and then enter in the information for the three people.
Okay. And if someone is coming as a solo traveler, do you have solo rooms for one person?
We have, yes. So I know people were asking about the supplement rate, and we do have a single supplement rate. It's usually only about 25% of the fee, and you can get an entire suite all on your own. And I saw also, Vishen, that there's questions about 19 and a 15-year-old. Absolutely, please bring your teenagers. This is a special time of year in December, and we want you to enjoy this with your children. Now, the minimum age
I'm gonna,
requirement is 8 years
yeah.
old.
Yeah, so please bring your kids because I'm bringing my kids, and I think it'll be great if our kids can hang
Yes,
out together. So I'm bringing my 12-year-old daughter Eve, and I'm bringing my 18-year-old son Hayden, and I know they would love to meet other teenagers.
yes. Yes, the kid,
So
yes. And unfortunately, we do have a minimum age required of 8 because these very small yachts, we don't, we want it to be everyone to be safe and we want your
yeah,
kids to be.
yeah, got it, got it. Um,
So
okay,
I will
now
say
some,
a part about single. So there is a supplement of about 25% that you would pay if you want a room on your own, right? Because it's double occupancy. It's 47.99 starting from, and that would be for two people. So 4,800 times two would be the price of a suite. Now, if you say, I don't want to share, I want to come on my own, And there's a 25% fee. You don't have to pay the second person. You only have to pay 25% single supplement fee is what it's called in the cruise industry. It's usually it's the norm I see. So yeah, so it's about $6,200 for a solo traveler. Thank you, Monica, for doing the math.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, so it's crazy, right? $6,000 for a single. Wow.
Yeah,
Compared
great.
to conferences, when you go to a conference, you're paying around that much and you are stuck
Mhm.
in one location. Here you're on a cruise ship. Now, I
Exactly.
wanna I wanna share, guys, that I'm there for 3 days, for the first 3 days of the cruise. So I'm not gonna be there for the entire cruise, but I'm there for the first 3 days, and I'm actually gonna be doing workshops with you guys. We'll be doing about workshops 2 hours each day, and then I'll also just be free to hang out. Like I love meeting community. Hayden, you want to come and say hi? We have about 1,000 people on a webinar. We're talking to them about the cruise that we're doing in southern Spain. Come say hi. Hayden's staying with me here in Miami. We're attending a public speaking conference here. Hello. Yeah, so that's Hayden. So Hayden's 18. So if you guys have teenagers, feel free to bring them. Okay, I know Hayden will love meeting other teens. Thanks, Hayden. Okay, well, I don't really know what you're talking We're talking about the Oh, good. Windstar, the cruise that we're doing from Malaga to Cartagena. Oh, Yeah.
I love that. He's
Okay,
beautiful,
so let me
Vishen.
put people are asking the link again. Let me put that there. Let
And
me put
food
that
is
in the chat.
included.
Okay.
Absolutely. Food is included. Your specialty dining is included. Absolutely. Every meal, even water in your stateroom, 24-hour room service is included. So when you wake up in the morning, you can have your coffee delivered to your suite. Um, so yes, we even have Wi-Fi. We have it's it does include Wi-Fi, so you will be connected at sea. You will stay connected at sea.
Yeah, and I strongly encourage you guys when you're coming, absolutely, if you need Wi-Fi to do about an hour or 2 hours of work a day, but the rest of the time, I strongly encourage you guys to bring a journal, to bring a good book, to bring stuff that allow expansion, to get out of hustle mode and go into receiving mode and identity
Mhm.
shape shifting mode. And I'll be there with you. Okay, so
I do want to say the spa facilities, the use of the sauna and the steam room, you do not have to get a massage or a facial to use that. There was a question on the spa facilities. Of course, we have facials and we have massages and we have acupuncture on board. We have a phenomenal hair salon as well. But you don't need to actually pay for the use of sauna or steam room or thermal beds on board. We also have a
so
beautiful pool. We have a heated pool and whirlpools as well. So your
right.
relaxation on board is our priority.
So Janet, a couple of questions. Number one, people want to know if they don't have a roommate, but they want to share with a roommate. Do you guys provide that?
So we don't have a way to do that, but we can absolutely ask our teams to capture that. I love that idea. If you contact Lucas, because Lucas, if you can put on the chat your contact information, Lucas has a series of probably solo travelers that if they want to group together, Lucas can keep track of that.
Yeah,
So
Lucas,
I'm
can you
going to
share your
assign
email in
Lucas.
the chat?
Yes.
Okay. And then you can also do that by going to request a quote on the website. Okay, now the second question is, what is the agenda like on the last 4 days when I'm not there?
So you not only will have we have Debbie Dixon on board, and she's going to be doing sound healing. She's going to be doing yoga classes in the morning. I know we even have I think an author, an award-winning author, George, on board. So we're finalizing the programming now, but you will also have the experiences of the destinations. We want you to explore these beautiful destinations and experience it in a way that Windstar knows how to deliver these destinations. We have beautiful shore excursions, and so we want you to all connect with each other on board, but also spend some time to connect with the destinations that we're going to be traveling to. Because we're a small ship yacht, we're docking in the city centers so that you can just step off board your beautiful, elegantly appointed yacht and explore the cities and the destinations.
Yeah, you'll be seeing Barcelona, you'll be seeing Valencia, you'll be seeing Malaga. 30% of my family live in Spain, and I've been to a lot of these cities, and these cities are just absolutely stunning. Spain is
Yeah.
next level. And what we are seeing is the former Muslim part of Spain, Andalusia, right? I mean, this is the site of some of the most advanced civilizations 800 years ago. It was the most advanced part of Europe. the Andalusian Muslim Empire. And when you see places like Cartagena, and Malaga, and in Malaga, I've seen some of the most beautiful ancient ruins and castles that I've ever witnessed everywhere in Europe. So it's gorgeous to see.
Yes, and I will say as well, the winter, I've had several questions about the temperature. Can we just discuss how beautiful the weather is in the Mediterranean during the winter months? This will be December, and I will say it's very crisp and sunny. I would say it's in the 15 Celsius, around 60s Fahrenheit. Of course, you may get a rainy day, but primarily the weather in this region of the world is a lot warmer than most of the world in December. Would you agree with that, Vision?
Yeah, it's around 15 degrees. Mhm.
Yes.
Okay.
It's
So with
beautiful.
that, so with that, guys, we've hit the end of this webinar. We wanted to keep it just 40 minutes. You have all of the information, and we'll give you the link so that you can sign up. And I look forward to actually personally getting to meet you guys. This for me is
Yes.
a really interesting event because it's the first time I get to get so intimately close with many of my customers. Normally, when I'm at an event, I get on stage, I get off the stage, and that's it. But here, we're actually, hanging out together. And maybe I'll bump into some of you guys at the restaurant, maybe by the pool, maybe you'd be next to me in a yoga mat. And I'm just looking forward to interesting conversations. And I believe in this idea so much. This is why I'm bringing my kids with me because they are super excited about this. And someone said, will there
I love
be any
it.
other Mind Valley presenters? Yes. My former wife, Christina, she co-founded Mind Valley with me. She's a #1 Wall Street Journal best-selling author. Christina speaks about self-esteem and self-love. So she will be there on the cruise as well.
And we will have evening entertainment so that you can dance the night away.
Yeah. And also, our George will be there. George is the author of the book,
George.
The Shut the Fuck Up Method. Okay. Which is a
Yes.
really interesting book on self-talk. And he is hilarious. The Shut the Fuck Up Method. So George is a dear friend. He's going to be on the cruise as well. And we might have some
Nice.
other surprise authors. We don't know, but there's going to be a lot of interesting people.
We like to leave things for surprise and delights.
Okay. So thank you guys.
Thank
And thank
you.
you, Janet.
Of course. Thank you.